Alright, y'all. Alright. We back with Upchurch again. I'm worried about my time. I got to do this again because the first time I recorded it, it didn't get my audio. And I recorded like 30 some minutes of it all bad. But we gotta do it again and we're gonna get into it, check it out. But man, I was like, what the fuck? But let's get into it. It's called I'm Worried About My Town. I talked on the last one so much is I'm pissed off. But let's go on and get into it. I ain't probably loud as ever. No, it ain't. It's good.
So this all started months ago. Before we get too deep in this video, I want to make it a point that I know there are some kind of people out there that praise cops because they're just cops. And I know there's some people that say F the police because they just don't like cops. And me being a truthful person, I've been on both fences.
Me too. But nowadays, we need the cops. We need the cops, people. Like when we get robbed or when we get shot at, stabbed, or anything, you know what I'm saying, jumped on, somebody break into a house, we need cops nowadays. Now, it is some bad cops out there. But where I'm from, it's good cops. I haven't had any problems at any cops where I'm from. And I'm from the South. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up here all my life. Been here all my life. You know what I'm saying? The cops know me. You know what I'm saying? They see me on a daily basis. The cops know me. Half of the cops been knowing me since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And there was a time where somebody tried to break into my house, and I called the cops, and I let them know that I had a weapon on me. You know what I'm saying? And the cop knew me, knew my family. And I let him know I have a weapon under my seat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when he came up in here, I let him know. I didn't pull it out or nothing. I said, look, you know what I'm saying? The weapon right there. And I looked down on my seat. I said, my weapon right there. You know, I'm just keeping it to protect myself. I live by myself. Like, I have to protect myself. And I almost just got broke into. Like, he said, I can understand that. I told him, I also have one in my room. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you got to protect yourself. He said, I understood that. But, you know, it's some good cops out there. That cop I dealt with was a good cop. You know what I'm saying? But I let him know I didn't want to cause no conflict or nothing between me and him. So I let him know I didn't touch the gun. I just told him where it's at. You know, that night I almost got broken into. I needed something with me. So I said, this is what I have on me. You know, this is what I'm going to keep on me. Just in case whoever tried to break into my home come back. You know what I'm saying? I have to protect myself. I have the right to protect myself. He said, yeah, I understand that, and you do. You know what I'm saying? It's good cops out there. And he didn't have no attitude or nothing. He understood it. Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm disabled. Which I don't try to look at that, oh, feel sorry for me shit. No, treat me like any other human being. But I still, just like any other human being will protect themselves in that type of situation, I'm going to protect myself. So I let him know this is what I got. So if y'all get a call back, this is why. Because this person tried to come back, and it's either me or this person. He or she or whoever it was. It's either me or that person, and I choose me. Like, I'm protecting me. You know what I'm saying? If I had to take them down, you know. But, you know, I have that right. Because once you enter my home and you here to steal or to try to harm me, I have that right. It's the law now. You know what I'm saying? But, that's what I was telling him. He understood. Like I say, you know, we do have some good cops. We have some roguish ass cops too, some bad cops. But at the end of the day, We need cops. We gotta get them bad cops out of there. We need cops, period. People be like, we can stand our own ground, we can protect ourselves. And I respect the FBI too. Just like I respect the good cops. I don't respect them bad cops because it's bad cops out there. I respect the good ones. And nowadays you can tell whether they bad or good right off bat. I respect the good cops. I also respect the FBI because they on the next level shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. For real. But like I say, at the end of the day, we need cops. You know what I'm saying? Every town, every city, every state, like all this, take away the cops. Then what the fuck we gonna do? Defend on our own? Like that's nonsense. No, defund the police. That's what they were saying. Defund the police. Take them bad cops out. Get rid of them roguish ass cops. It's a lot of good cops around this world. Don't just because like it's one bad cop say, oh well, we should defund the police because they're such and such. Their cops such. No, we need the cops.
But now that I'm 30 years old and I've had, a good bit of life experience, I've come to find out that it isn't the police uniform that makes me feel bad. It's the person who puts it on in the morning. They were the way they were before they put that uniform on. And they are that person when they take it off.
Facts. Upchurch right about that. You know, some cops still, when they take their uniform off, some cops still be acting like they a cop when they just normal, when they off shift, when they out of work, when they off. Can't do that. Cause once you take their uniform off, you just like you a citizen. You ain't no officer no more. Straight up.
Next thing, no one should get special treatment because of the number in their bank account or for what kind of car they drive. And you should not get treated differently and worse because the number in your bank account or what kind of car you drive.
Facts.
Whether it's a brand new Ferrari or a beat up Buick. If I'm riding around smoking a joint in a Lamborghini wearing a $600 shirt, I should get in trouble the same as the person wearing the Walmart shirt and pajamas riding around in a beat up Ford Tempo smoking a joint just the same. And the reason I turned out the person that thinks that way is because my parents raised me the right way. It's because the community that molded me, the very community that I'm about to talk about, will.
But yeah, like I say in my last recent video, it starts at home. It starts at home. Like he said, like Upchurch said, he was raised that way. He was raised to have respect for his town, his community, to help others. It starts at home. Whoever raising you, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your auntie, your uncle, whoever raising you in that household, that's what the outcome holds for you in your out. When you get out the house, that's what you take in the world. As you go on in the world, as you get grown and get your own job, that's will be your outcome, because you will still permanently have that in the back of your mind of what happened in your home and how whoever raised you taught you this and that. You will still have them ways, so you will go out in the world and still be doing what you was taught at home. Straight up.
Will this video probably get me pulled over more? Probably. Will it make certain people fuck with me a little bit more? Probably. But to me it don't matter, because I feel that this needs to be said. Lately I've been noticing certain members of my community treating me different. And it's people that I don't have any association with. It's people that I really don't know. But it's people that are in like really important positions of power, which is the sketchy thing. Now, keep in mind, I grew up here, and I've been here my whole life. I know all the Sonic girls by name. I know the people that work at Co-op. I know the Walmart greeters by name. I know everyone that works at every restaurant. I know half the police. I can tell you everybody who's probably going to show up from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at Lakeview Market for Purity chocolate milk and a pack of biscuits. And in the summertime, I can tell you the name of the guy who randomly sits at the boat dock at Riverview and catches the biggest fish somehow. I don't know how he does it. What I'm trying to say is I'm very invested in this town, no matter who the person is. Which is why I got...
That's the way I feel about my town. Everybody know me in my town. Like, you can't call it your town if nobody don't know you. You cannot call it your town, or you cannot say this is where I'm from. If nobody don't know you from that town, that city, you cannot be like, oh, I claim to know. You know what I'm saying? Just like Upchurch say, this is where I'm from. I know everybody know me. That's the way it is with my town. Like, straight up, you got to be known in your town. If that's what you say, you all raised here and I stay here. I've been staying here for years, and really don't nobody know you. That ain't where you from. Something ain't right with that. You know what I'm saying? That situation. And a lot of people do that now. They be like, oh, I'm from here and this and that. And don't nobody really know them. But like Upchurch say, he even got a tattoo. If you get a tattoo, now that's respect. That is straight respect. He respect his town, his city. He respect it. To get a tattoo on him, straight up.
My town tattooed on me is because, I genuinely care about this place. But anyway, back to what I'm trying to tell you. So a couple months ago, you probably already seen it. I got pulled over. Well, technically, I guess not pulled over, but pulled over. I was at Sonic getting some food, and this cop come up behind me. This was my first actual, interaction with this guy. Now, granted, I didn't have a tag on the car, all this other stuff. I should have got a ticket. I got a ticket. Now, from me getting this ticket to when I was supposed to go to court, we'll get to that in a minute, a lot of my friends started getting pulled over by this guy, to the point where we would go to the gym. And I remember one time, I'm already at the gym. I told them, hey, you want to meet there? And they were like, yeah. So they ended up being on their way there. They got pulled over in the parking lot. This same.
And see, this situation, they starting to follow not just Upchurch's friends and whoever he close to. That shit is weird, straight up. Like, I see why Upchurch talking about it and sharing it with us. Like, that shit is weird. And I know any other person be like, man, because, like, if it were me, I would have been in investigating like Upchurch doing. I would have been talking to the cop. Why is you following me, and why is you following my friends, my family, everywhere they go? What do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like he said, he had a court update and had to go to court and this and that and give him a runaround. That shit weird. That shit is stalking. I mean, come on.
Cop was like, I smell weed. And they're like, okay, we'll search the vehicle. They tore apart his whole vehicle and didn't find anything. There was another incident with this cop where he pulled up in one of my buddy's driveways and was like, were you just driving that truck? And he was like, no. And he's like, yes, you were. He's like, no. What do you want? Then there was another incident with another one of my buddies, I'm not going to say any of their names, where my buddy had pulled into his sister's driveway, went to a party down the street, already been there for a couple hours. His sister calls him, hey, the cops are here. He's like, okay, why? They're like, they want you to come down here. He comes back down there, not on the road, because he'd already been at a party. He had somebody drive him down there in a Can-Am. He gets down there, and the cops are like, is this your truck? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, no, it ain't. It's Ryan Upchurch's. And he's like, what do you want? And they're like, license and registration. And he's like, bro, the truck's been parked for like an hour. You can't just pull up in somebody's driveway and be like, hey, license and registration. So at this point, I was like, there's some very odd behavior going on. So I had one of my buddies over here, and I said, man, I'm going to call Ashland City Municipal Court, and I'm going to ask them when my court date is with this cop.
Right.
Me knowing when the court date is, I just wanted to see if, I was like, surely they're not going to like do anything weird. So I called down there, and I'm like, yes, ma'am, my name's Ryan Upchurch. I'm just trying to see when my court date is with said police officer. There was about a 5-second pause, a little giggle, and then she was like, just don't worry about it. And I was like, what does that mean? And she's like,
Yeah.
well, just, you don't have to come no more. It's taken care of. So
They pretty much let them know, don't worry about it, you know. But I believe it's more. It is more to the story. Trust me. I'm gonna let him go on.
I hang up the phone and I look at my buddy who was sitting right there, and he was like, dude, that's weird. And I was like, right? So fast forward to the supposed date of the court date that I was supposed to have, but I wasn't supposed to worry about. That day passes. A couple of days later, I went down to the same place because you can get like tags and titles and stuff down there as well. So I walk in because I have to take care of some out-of-date tags. And when I get in there, I walk in, and the cop at the front door is like, why didn't you show up for court the other day? I thought he was joking. I was like, I didn't have court the other day. He said, yeah, you did. I said, says who? He was like, says the court system. I was like, so about that time, the lady that like runs all that shit that has to do with like court stuff down there, she walks out of her office or whatever as I'm going in to like get my tag, and the cop is like, hey, Miss So-and-so, Mr. Upchurch had court the other day, huh? And she was like, yep. And she's like locking her door.
And he called and he say, do I need to come to court? And they tell him no. And then come to find out, he do. That's a runaround. They giving Upchurch the runaround, and they slick fucking with him. Hey, no, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. Yes, you do. Like, come on. Damn.
And I was like, no, ma'am. I was like, I actually called down here, and I asked if I had court, and somebody told me that I just didn't have it for some reason. And she's like, that didn't happen. I was like, where does this attitude coming from, for one? So at that time, I was like, well, I guess I'm going to have a lawsuit against this county, I reckon. And she's like, well, I can't talk to you. So then she leaves. I was like, fuck. Well, after she walks off, the cop that was at the front was like, why was she being so nasty to you? And I was like, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't even know that lady. So at that point, I was like, dude, what do I do? Because this has to be against the law. You can't just like erase a court date. So I called.
Facts. It be some sneak ass shit going on though, with the cops and I'm giving out fines and shit. It be some sneak ass shit going on, for real.
Call the police, and I'm like, yo, I need one of y'all to come down here and like explain to me what I need to do, because there's some really weird stuff going on up here. So as I'm walking out of the place where you like get tags and deal with court stuff, I get about 30 feet outside the door, walking with Deerdorf, and because Deerdorf was outside, he pulled up in case I was going to get arrested, because I didn't know if I was going to get arrested or not for missing court. Now, granted, I don't know what the cop at the door was talking about, but by the time we were walking out the door and we were where we are, there's two double doors, and both the double doors were open. And as we're walking and talking, we hear the cop very faintly. He goes, it's an army green Lamborghini. And me and Robert looked at each other like, what the fuck? Two Ashland City cops pull up. I tell them what's going on. And I was like, listen, man, I was like, here's what's going on. I don't know what to do. Like, this, it doesn't sound like it's very legitimate. It sounds sketchy. I mean, you can't just like tell people they don't have court dates and then they do. So they purposely get in trouble. So the cop to the right stays out there with me. The cop to the left goes back in, talks to the cop at the front, and then walks somewhere where I can't see him. He comes back outside. A number calls, because I didn't want no one having my number. A number calls my security guard, Rob's phone. He answers it. He hands the phone to me. Some lady starts talking to me. I don't know who the lady is because I can't see her face. Essentially, she starts asking me, so what's the deal? What do you need? This, that, and the other. Well, I start talking to her because I have no idea that it's the lady that was just rude to me. So now, this lady has already left work. She's calling me from a personal phone, not from her office phone, and asking me these questions. I'm answering them. Well, then I mentioned, yeah, there was a lady that was being super rude to me. And she's like, that lady was me. I was like, okay, well, why were you being like that? She's like, I wasn't. I was like, I didn't know what to say at that point. I was like, well, can I get another court date or whatever? She tells me my court date. We hang up with each other. Well, check this out. What I just noticed the other day, like 3 days ago, was that They put the court date, the new court date, the same time I'm supposed to be at Corbin to do these shows.
So they put the new court date. They knew what the fuck they doing. Now they just, like I said, they just fucking with Upchurch at this time. They just fucking with them. They giving them a run around, and they stalking them too, because they know he got the tour coming up. You know, where he's supposed to be. You know, going from city to city, I think, in that place. And they knew that, so they want him to miss that, which Upchurch ain't gonna do. Because they should have just told him his date and let him know how much the fine costs, for one. Like, if Upchurch was a regular person, one famous, one known and shit, if Upchurch was just, regular person and stuff like that, which he is, that regular person would have just paid the fine in case Sarah, just like that. But since he known and they stalking his Instagram and they know he got that coming up, that, you know what I'm saying, where he need to be at the tour and stuff, that's what they put the court date. You see what they trying to do there? You gonna miss this, you gonna miss out on, singing to your fans and performing, you gonna miss out performing, because you got to be in court. And you don't do this, such, you might go to jail or something like that. That's fucked up, because if it was a normal person, it would have been just pay the fine. That's it. That's crazy.
So I told my mom, I was like, bro, I don't care if I get arrested. I'm going to do this Corbin show. I'll come back and get arrested. You know what I mean? That's just me being real. It is what it is. So fast forward to today. We called down there to change the court date. Do you know what they told us today? We don't have any court date on file for him. No, you're not doing this to me again. Not happening. So we were like, well, where do we call? Give us the number. They give us the number. We call the other number. They tell us, we don't know. Call this number. The number that we just called that told us they didn't know. Giving the runaround. So I purposely get in trouble. Yeah. Assuming, I guess I would be like, oh, what? I guess I don't have it this time. No. Regardless if you're trying to get rid of it and be like, oh, no, it's fine. No, you're not doing that. I want to be treated the same. So today, me and the whole gang are running around, getting everything ready for Corbin, getting the Lambo loaded up,
that's what they
hauled down there and all this other stuff. My mom physically has to go down there, because she's my power of attorney. She physically has to go down there, and she walks in. My mom's the nicest person in the world, bro. She would not hurt the devil. My mom walks in, talks to one of the other ladies. The lady's super nice to my mom. My mom tells her what the deal is. The other lady, was talking to somebody else, being nice as hell. As soon as the lady went back there and told her what my mom was there for, a switch flipped. And she just wanted to be an asshole, I guess.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You are
Patricia Burgess.
Ryan's mother. Okay. Can you talk to me?
Oh, yeah, I just need to know if we can move a court date or pay a ticket.
He has an insurance violation, so he has to come to court for that.
Okay, so...
And I told him last month when I rescheduled it that he would have to be here this week. He'll need proof of insurance when he comes.
Okay.
He had it when he was stopped. He'll need it for that time.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much.
But I will be able to continue it again now.
You can just hear it in her voice. The awkward silences where there shouldn't be any.
Yeah.
The non-helpfulness. My mom's trying to tell her, thank you, and she's like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do this again. We wouldn't be having to.
And we have some weird ass people like that just be in them bitch ass mood and just want to be hateful and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have moved his date. A damn fine, a damn ticket, or whatever it is. All he had to do was pay something on it, and boom. But like I say, they know he famous and this and that. They gonna give him the runaround. They gonna fuck with him a little bit because, you know what I'm saying? It's the fame. Like I said, if Upchurch was a normal person, all he had to do was pay the ticket, and that's that. But like Upchurch said, they've been watching them and everything like that. So they just pretty much fucking with them. At this point, they just fucking with them.
Do this. If you would do your job the correct way, we wouldn't be even in this situation if your office wasn't telling me that I don't have a court date. Well, actually, it's too professional to say it like that. If they weren't like, don't worry about it. Whatever that means. Now, you can talk like, now next time, hey, there ain't gonna be no next time. You can talk like that all you want. This situation is your fault. When a citizen of the community is calling your office asking, hey, just want to check up on my court date because as a functioning member of society, I want to show up and not fuck anything up. When your office goes, don't worry about it, it's taken care of. And then that's false. And then when I don't show up because your official office told me I don't have to, that sounds like a form of entrapment. And my whole thing is, this isn't about me. This is about the other people in our community. I can deal with y'all's bullshit. I have millions of dollars to deal with y'all's bullshit. But here's what bamboozles me. If you were going to do something like this to someone like me, who documents everything, who's never been in trouble, who's never had failure to appear on their record, who's never been arrested, who's never been booked in Cheatham County for anything whatsoever, who's never been in trouble for drugs, to someone who takes pride in this county to the point where they get it tattooed on their skin, to someone who cares about being a member of this society, being a member of this society, to show kids, hey man, you can be whatever you want. I was a dirty little ratchet motherfucker around here too. But guess what? You can still be anything you want. I mean, dude, I enjoy being a...
Like I said earlier, that's his main thing. He trying to get back to his town, his community, and let kids know and let anybody know you can do this. Like what I'm doing, you can do. Just keep going, this and that. But we got people out here like the police he been dealing with, and it's like a simple fine. They getting him on a simple fine that he can just pay and go on about his business his day. But they want to give him a runaround and this and that. And that's fucked up. Straight up.
A role model for this town. And if it doesn't show, then you fucking don't have any eyeballs. But that's the thing. That's my whole point, man. What if you're going to do this to somebody who can put up with it? How many people have y'all done this to?
Exactly.
Y'all put in financial trouble, dude. Like, come on. Me in my situation, I'm going to laugh at you. And I'm going to have conversations around town with other people about how pathetic y'all are. But if you pull this on someone...
He said, I'm going to laugh at you and I'm going to have a conversation that's petty church for you. But see, he letting you know, you fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with you. And you fucking with me just to be fucking with me. You giving me the runaround. All he pretty much have to do is pay the fine, but they give him the runaround. For what? Because they hating on him. They hating. They gotta do they 9 to 5, and he's successful, he this, he that, and you know what I'm saying? We got them people out here that hate, and I hate to the bone. You know what I'm saying? And will put you through some crazy, will give you the runaround, put you through some crazy shit for nothing. Just to do it, just to be doing it. Just to fuck with you. We got people out there like that, but in reality, they just hating and, you gonna do this and do that, or you going to jail, and over a fine. Over a fine, a ticket. Like Upchurch said, he ain't missing that, tour. He gonna go out, he gonna tour. And he said, if I go to jail, I turn myself in. But he ain't missing it. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make sure he missing it just to fuck with him. They could have changed that date. They could have done that. Or they could have told him, just pay the fine, pay the ticket, or whatever it is, and be on your way. But no.
Who is a
It's
single
crazy.
mom, working her ass off to make ends meet, barely paying light bills, taking care of their kids, You pull some shit on somebody like that, it's very dire. It causes them a lot of stress. They could lose their job. That can make them unable to pay their rent, get kicked out,
Facts.
be arrested where they can't be with their kid, crying in a jail cell because you people are like, nope, they got caught today. When really, they do. I mean, good God, don't you think this town's been through enough shit in the past year or two? There's like a handful of good ones around here, the sheriff being one of them. The sheriff is a great person, but dude's got so much shit on his plate, it's ridiculous. And the fact that you have so many important roles in this county, just like walking around like a bunch of drunk babies, like, I can do my job good. You can't even tell me that I have a court day. What do you mean you can do your job good? If you live here and work here, try to make the place look good.
I'm telling you.
Motherfucker, dude, the rap.
Like here in my town, like, man, come on. If you gonna do something, do it the right way, not make the town look even worse. You know what I'm saying? Come on, like Upchurch said. But these people, we got some roguish ass people. Like we got them roguish ass bad cops. We got some roguish ass citizens. I mean, I'm telling you.
With all the tattoos in town is constantly trying to make the town look good. We got jailers being fired for torturing people in the jail.
Tracy, this video is hard to forget. It shows an inmate at the Cheatham County Jail strapped to a chair, repeatedly tased by deputies. A lawsuit filed on behalf of the inmate says he suffered more than 40 taser burns.
We got cops being fired for sexual assault.
Now, this News 2 Crime Tracker alert, a former Cheatham County sergeant has been arrested on charges of sexual battery. The sheriff says Jeremy Etheridge turned himself in to law enforcement today. He was fired, by the way, in September for, quote, violating department policies and general orders regarding personal conduct while off duty, end quote. The TBI says Etheridge is accused of inappropriately touching a female without her consent, but agents didn't elaborate any further.
We got cops being fired for sexting minors.
Investigators say a former Ashland City police officer had an inappropriate relationship with an underage female. Benjamin Moore was arrested and booked into the Cheatham County Jail. According to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, he is charged with solicitation of a minor and exploitation of a minor by electronic means. He is also facing one count of tampering with evidence.
Hell, we even have cops being fired for showing up to the wrong house during a 911 call and shooting through the motherfucker's trailer when it could have kids in it. Not to mention, you almost shot your fellow officer in the fucking head.
Police and another deputy were sent on a 911 hang-up in Chapmansboro. They went to the home of Mark Campbell, did not identify themselves, and then after an exchange with Campbell inside, Fox pulled his weapon.
Do what, Mark?
Damn.
I went to open the door and I got the door open about 4 or 5 inches and then boom, boom, 2 shots come through the door.
Yeah, it's the closest thing to the wild, wild fucking west around here.
Yeah. Yeah. He damn near shot his partner in the head, like Church just said. And seeing the video, it was like, what? Why was you fired? You at the wrong house for one. The hell.
And I document.
That cop need to be fired. And he probably need to go to jail for almost damn near shooting his partner.
This kind of stuff because it's getting pretty fucking sketchy. You know how a couple of weeks ago I told y'all I was like, man, I think this cop is watching my Instagram or something. Well, guess what? Me saying this might get me in trouble with a lawsuit or something, but I don't care. You know he's got a lawsuit going on with somebody else in town right now. Do you want to know why he has a lawsuit going on around in town with this person? Because this dude thumbed through my Instagram through like 1,000 comments to find someone talking about him. Yes. I'm being for real. So yeah, it is possible that he is looking at my Instagram, which is why he's everywhere at nighttime when I try to go run at the gym, when I try to go get water from the gas station. All the good cops in this town have nothing good to say about this dude. And I'm not telling you who those cops are, because I want to protect the good cops.
Just to let you know everything right there. When even the other cops got nothing to say about this cop that's following and stalking Upchurch, nothing good to say. That should let you know right there, Upchurch, like, yeah. this weird ass cop need to find him some business. Like, damn, what is it? Like, come on, man. It's crazy.
The same cop I'm talking about followed my mom the other day to Walgreens. She was going to Walgreens to pick up, where's it at? To pick up my prescription for prednisone for this Corbin show, because I need it. Follows her to Walgreens, gets out, and walks into Walgreens. And if you don't know what prednisone is a tiny white pill. It's a steroid, and it's for like it's like to open your airways and stuff, like if you have breathing problems. I asked her, I was like, well, what was he doing? She's like, I don't know. He kind of just walked in and just stood there and bought a pack of gum. And the thing is, I truly don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what the deal is with all this weird-ass behavior. A cop told me yesterday, I'm not going to say who this cop was, but he's like, dude, what's the deal with all this shit going on with you right now? I said, bro, I don't know. I said, what do you think? He said, bro, I think they think that you're doing, like, something illegal. Well, here's my reply to that. Well, good. If you think that, get me investigated. It wouldn't be something hard to find out. If they can solve forensic murders from fucking 6 years ago, I'm pretty sure they could tell if I was pushing drugs out of a fucking driveway that's 6 feet long. You do know that I make music for a living. Like, a lot of music. And a lot of people listen to it. But you want to know what I think it is? Here's what I think it is. I think that all the rich, crooked motherfuckers around here stick together, which is fine. But you know what? I don't think they like a rich motherfucker like myself being on the side of the community. Every good cop, every drug addict that's wanting to get off drugs, trying to get off drugs, every kid with a broken home, every kid who has a dream but don't believe in himself, that's who I stand for.
Right.
And that's why I'm going down in history in this town. If I don't go down in history anywhere else, I'm going down in history here. And there's nothing you can do about it. So if I'm bullshitting and standing beside a cop at the gas station, or if I'm eating breakfast with a judge in the morning, or if I'm standing beside somebody who's running for sheriff around here, you know why that is? It's because they're on the fucking good side of shit. And if you question who I am, walk into the corner store, go to Sonic, go to the Kangaroo, go to the Shell, go to the Co-op, go to the Tractor Supply, go anywhere. Ask any regular, everyday person around here. They'll tell you exactly who I am. You know why? Because I'm for the community. And last but not least, if the shoe fits you in this video, and you live around here, and you're thinking about bothering me, or harassing me, or taking me to court, please, do it. My lawyers are better than yours, and I got way more fucking money than you.
Hey, speaking facts though, he letting you know, like, I don't understand why they try to fuck with Upchurch like that though. Like, why is a cop fucking with them? Like, come on, a cop, really? You should be out there trying to catch people that's selling drugs or trying to go investigating the murders. You know what I'm saying? You wasting your time trying to catch people. You need to be out there serving your town, and instead you stalking. You ain't doing your cop duties. You stalking. You got all that time to stalk one person that ain't even doing nothing, that ain't even stunning you. That cop, whoever doing that to Upchurch, need to be fired. I don't know what's taking him so long to do it either. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be fired because he's supposed to be out there to serve and protect, and instead he's stalking. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Upchurch right. He right. Like, y'all can't get me for this. Like, I ain't done nothing. He already said, ask them to change the date, or can he just go and pay the fine? Because that's 9 times out of 10 what he gonna end up doing, paying the ticket. And they done been to waste all this time, all his time, just to pay a ticket. They changed the date to the day he gotta go on tour, just to fuck with him, pretty much. Because it's like I said, if there was a normal person, they wouldn't never done that shit. They would just told that person, to pay that fine. If Upchurch was a normal person, they would have just told him, pay that fine, que sera, sera. But they know he famous and this and that. They fucking with him, giving him the runaround. That shit crazy. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it, Smokey J Gang. We almost to 3,000 subscribers. So yeah, let's get it. But yeah. On that note, catch me in this video. I'm out.